South Africa, having been long recognized as a hub for exceptional talent in the film and television industry. To honor and celebrate this culture of excellence, S3 or SABC 3, one of the country's leading broadcasting channels, will be televising the 2023 South African Film and Television Awards with former Miss Universe Zozibini Tunzi and renowned media personality and actor Lawrence Maleka as hosts. This prestigious event shines a spotlight on the immense creativity and craftsmanship within the industry. To tell us more, we joined virtually by the acting head of S3 and GM Platforms, David Makubyane. Mr. Makubyane, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Simpiwe. Thank you. Thank you for having me on Morning Live this morning.
It does appear that S3 is on a roll. Just recently it hosted Miss South Africa pageant. What does it mean for S3 to be broadcasting the SAFTAs? What value does it bring to the channel and its viewers?
It's very important that S3 plays its role as a global brand, but also very much South African rooted brand. And one of the things that we want to do is make sure that we bring it back as the leader of lifestyle and entertainment in the country, but also celebrating, success, celebrating everything that has to do with progress, as the target audience being millennials and progressive millennials. So all these events that seem to be leading events in the country. We have more that are coming that celebrate South African excellence, but also shine the spotlight on what South Africans are doing globally is aligned to the S3 brand.
And how has S3 worked to promote and elevate the SAFTAs to a wider audience? have there been any specific strategies in place?
So, as you would have known, the SAFTAs were really broadcast on SABC. And one of the things that we acknowledged a couple of years back is that the celebration of artists within Africa, this is a time where we need to look and put aside, competitive elements and celebrate and make sure that all South Africans can access whatever excellence they have. So one of the key things that we did is open it up and also allow for it not to be exclusive. So you would notice that it's broadcast on all other platforms. So that's one thing. And also promoting it. One of the things that we are doing now, talking about it, we've spoken about it on radio. And because as SABC is so far reaching, we've also maintained hosting it so that we make it accessible to all South Africans and all the artists that may not necessarily, have paid television and so on, but even those that have their crafts celebrated on other platforms. We've got new OTT digital platforms that also have South African work on it. So we've made sure that we celebrate Indili as a true public broadcaster and allow for all these artists, all the creatives, to see their work and celebrate their work and put aside our differences. So that's one of the key things that we've done over and above the promotions of the SAFTAs.
Do you want to share any insights into the selection process for the SAFTAs content that will be showcased on S3? What kind of criteria was used to choose the nominated films and programs?
Yes, so the SAFTAs are run independently by the National Film and Video Foundation. And what the National Film and Video Foundation, NAVF, does is they put together independent team of, judges. And they have a strict policy that goes through in terms of criteria that is set up. And they will then go through the nominations. It's very important to note that these are industry awards. So as broadcasters, we actually are not the ones that are submitting the work. So the creatives themselves submit the work. They go through a thorough process that the NAVF has put aside with independence, and their peers are actually part of those judges. They go through multiple levels until they get through the final selections. There are certain categories, of course, as you know, like the soap categories that are open to the public, that the public would be able to vote for. And there are certain categories that are specialists and will then go and be evaluated by those judges. And then you finally get to the winners. But that whole process as well is audited and managed by, and at the end also verified by professional auditors that ensure that the whole process until the winners are selected was fair and just.
Mr. Makubyane, what kind of viewership is S3 expecting for, for these SAFTA broadcasts? Any anticipated viewership numbers or demographics?
So we really hope, and we know that because it's a national event of importance as well, that we will hit over 1 million viewers. We are encouraging all South Africans to come in. It starts at 6 p.m. tonight. There were craft awards that were not broadcast last night. So all those, awards and the winners that have not yet been announced are going to be announced tonight together with front-facing artists that we so love, the actors and including the directors, the producers. Those awards will be tonight. We believe that as well, it gives enough time for you to watch the awards and also enjoy your rugby. So we are expecting a lot of audiences to come in.
Well, we certainly hope that, the SAFTAs will contribute towards the growth and the recognition of the South African film and television industry, both locally and internationally. David, thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Spirit.